it has been a pretty insane week. And I'm kind of saying that because of what has been going on in the last few days. I did mention before yesterday, or well, no, not yesterday, 2 days ago on Sunday, about that Antifa terrorist attack. I planned this, just to let everyone know, I plan on this Friday to look at his manifesto and just crushing every single part of it, because I read it before and I think it was completely ridiculous. It just sounds so naive and childish for a 69-year-old man. But I'm digressing. There was also a tweet. There was also the situation with the a tweet made by Donald Trump over the congresswomen such as AOC, Rashida Tlaib, and Ilhan Omar, and some other person, and just said that why don't they just go back to a lot of these other places that happen to be very bad, and why don't they just decide to build try to fix everything from that. I mean, fix those countries. Now, obviously, I'm pretty sure he obviously knows that 3 of the 4 of those Congress people were actually born in the United States. But considering their background, and especially with how they are in terms of their policies of being radical Democrats, it's a very, very in my, at least my personal opinion, a legitimate response, because these 4 women have been very vocal about a lot of the policies that have been going on, and it's just really sad how far they've been going, especially like with AOC in terms of the concentration camps. How Ilhan Omar actually mentioned that some people did something, aka I'm referring to 9/11. It's just that alone just only shows that they don't really like America. And Donald Trump's tweet is a perfect response. If they don't like America, why don't they just leave it? Then again, these guys are kind of acting like celebrities. They say something, but they don't do it. It's basically kind of like what happened after 2016, where a lot of people said they were gonna leave, but they didn't. It's if you are supposed are to be taken seriously, actually commit to doing something like that. And I think that is completely sad. But here's the thing. A lot of these people in the mainstream media have claimed that this is a racist attack. I saw the tweet myself, and not once did it mention race. All it did mention was that these were progressive congresswomen who happened to be on the Democratic side. It never made any mention about their race. It didn't even mention their gender, except in the terms of congresswomen. That's about it. And of course, the Nancy Pelosi is forced to side with with these guys, which is just so that she can get back at Trump in some way. We are definitely living in clown world right now. But then again, I've actually heard this was a legitimate strategy made by President Trump. 6X and Hammer actually mentioned that the far left, the reason why the far left is having such major prominence in the Democratic Party is because of a little bit of social media. Well, let me rephrase that. The reason this schism between the moderates and the far left within the Democratic Party is because of the amount of coverage they're getting. And considering that the neoliberals led by Nancy Pelosi are trying to do their best to just bring these other guys down, or at least keep them under control, it's obvious that in order for Trump to defeat the Democrats again and maybe get some gains for the Republican Party in the future, that he needs to find a way to give more coverage to the far left. And yeah, this is a legitimate strategy, and it has been proving 100% effective. because now Nancy Pelosi is forced to defend them, even though that she absolutely does not want to, because they say the dumbest things ever. They're so dumb they even claim Nancy Pelosi was being racist when they were being criticized by the House Speaker. This is their idiocy. And thanks to the tweet, Nancy Pelosi is forced to having to defend them. And of course, as a result of these accusations of racism against President Trump's tweets. Which again, I do not see anything remotely racist about it. Maybe a possibility of xenophobia, but that's a whole entirely different situation. Many of these mainstream media outlets have been claiming that this is racist. And again, I do not see anything related to race whatsoever. This only is proving that Trump is playing the media and the Democrats like a fiddle. Because he's not only giving the far left a platform, he is furthering picturing the Democratic Party as a party that promotes socialism, an ideology that many Americans, in fact, most Democrats, Republicans, and Independents do not want, and that's why it's causing many of these issues within the Democratic Party. The hashtag walk away movement in general. And what Trump is doing is that he wants to try to find a way in order to keep that going. Because the Democrats, if they are sort of united under a more moderate banner, they could have a little bit of a chance to recover and maybe beat President Donald Trump. But I don't think with the current list of candidates that there's no way that the Democrats are going to win in 2020. I do not believe that would be the case. Although there is a possibility that it could be could actually change. But what he wants is the Democrats to basically be pictured again as a socialist party, and try to further create this schism between the far left Democrats and just the moderate Democrats in general. And with the whole with Nancy Pelosi now turning over to defend these people, this does a few things in general. One, it gives people like Ilhan Omar, AOC, Rashida Tlaib a general platform in order to just voice their opinions. Two, much more coverage is given on the Democratic Party's problems. Three, it paints these congresswomen as the new faces of the Democratic Party. Four, this brings Nancy Pelosi's control in the House of Representatives over all of the Democrats inside that House further dwindling. I'm pretty sure that this is going to have a major impact on how the Democratic Party is going to work in general in terms of future elections as well as policy making. I'm pretty sure that that's going to be the case, because the further these far left representatives are continually covered and continually considered as the next generation of Democratic leaders, the more people are going to be turned off by the Democratic Party in general. And that, I think, is going to be the Democratic Party's downfall. Unless they finally do some common sense thing and just decide to finally denounce people like Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, and AOC due to their policies and much of their controversy behind them. But I don't think that's going to be the case, because the Democrats need to be unified under one banner. And to do that, Nancy Pelosi is going to need to have AOC and her squad on her side. And that means giving up concessions as well as some power over these people. In all honesty, this is just going to be a lose-lose for the Democrats. I do not see anything so far, I do not see anything that shows that the Democrats may actually have an advantage as a result of denouncing Donald Trump's tweet. I see no reason to think that the Democratic Party may actually gain people. In fact, I think that they're actually turning more people towards Trump as a result. Because again, they're painting these people as the future leaders of the Democratic Party. Now, there are some moderate Democrats that may not even support Trump, and even then that's fine. But I'm pretty sure that they're not going to vote for the current incarnation of the Democratic Party. And all this just plays into Trump's plan. He's going to divide and conquer the Democratic Party. And he's going to help the Republicans win a huge amount of seats in the House and Senate and retain his position as the President of the United States. And I think that this may actually have a little bit more of a wider impact in general, like in 2024, 2022, 26, 28, because considering how much the Democratic Party is screwing up in terms of what they are doing, in terms of the candidates they're proposing as well as their overall actions, it only just paints them in the bad light. And over time, I'm thinking that this will badly affect them. Only time will tell, and I think the major point when this shows will be when we count the results in the 2020 election. But that is only about a little over a year from now, so a lot can change as of then. My name is Noami the Arc Truth. Please post your comments down below, like this video, subscribe, and share with your friends. And if you have any criticisms with my videos or anything suggesting that I should add on to my videos, just either message me or post them in the comment below. And before I go, I just want to make a recap. I will be making 2 videos this Friday. One about some new news, and the other one about the manifesto of the Antifa terrorists, and me breaking that apart. See ya.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain.